Hello and welcome to the opening kickoff, your new favorite show to watch every single week, Thursday morning before the NFL week gets started. Make sure you subscribe so that you're ready for every episode Thursday morning. We're going to be giving you our weekly takes, our hot takes, our predictions for the week, so be ready for that, and make sure you're tuned in every Thursday morning.
So we both do YouTube on our own, Good Time Podcast, Imagine. We wanted to come together, we're brothers, of course, and do an NFL show because we talk NFL so damn much. We might as well do a show where every week we give, like he said, our score predictions. We might have some cameos on here that they give their score predictions. We're going to debate a lot because we have a lot of different NFL opinions. And, yeah, how excited are you? So we are currently filming this on a Tuesday night. NFL's about to start.
2 days away. Isn't it Monday today?
Oh, it is Monday.
Monday, but we are 3 days away from opening kickoff. Hey, opening kickoff. Already plugged. We're 3 days away. I was literally just talking to Zach in the car. Like, we've been talking all year, or I guess just like all summer, about how we can't wait for football to be around, and it's so surreal that like it's finally here. I'm so excited to be adjusting my fantasy lineup every week, watching football every Thursday, day drinking on Sundays, staying up Monday night. NFL season is finally among us, and I am so excited.
Shout out imposters.
Shout out Among Us.
So we are rocking jerseys. We're going to be rocking jerseys every week of a specific game. I got the Chiefs this week.
I do have the Ravens winning this week.
I think Mahomes owns Lamar, but I wouldn't be shocked if.
See, I don't disagree that Mahomes slightly owns Lamar, but I think that's more of like
Playoffs.
a playoff.
Regular season,
exactly.
I think Lamar has a better win.
I think Lamar is one of the better quarterbacks in the regular season. I think the Ravens, I mean.
He might be the best regular season quarterback.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Dak's up there.
Yeah.
But my thing is the Ravens had the best rushing offense in the league last year with Gus Edwards, and then they got Derrick Henry this year.
It's going to be fun.
The Chiefs did have a great defense last year. They kept it mostly together. I still think they're going to be able to stop the Ravens. I don't think it's going to be a super high-scoring game because I think the Ravens are going to use a lot of clock, and the Ravens have a good enough defense to kind of not to keep the Chiefs from.
I don't think they're going to be doing a whole lot of shoot. I bet you Derrick Henry's not going to have a lot of rushing yards. I think they're going to come out passing.
I don't know. I mean, if you think about
they're
it,
save Derrick Henry for like goal line situations and like first down, run on first down. Super.
I don't
heavy.
know. I mean, think about
there might be a run on second down.
Think about the divisional game last year where, or was that the AFC Championship?
Yeah, it was the AFC Championship.
Yeah, the AFC Championship. So the Ravens won every single game the whole entire year, including playoffs, by running the ball. And they decided to come out and try to sling the ball against the Chiefs, and they learned that's not what they're made to do. I think they're going to be running the ball. I think they're going to be using clock, and I think the Ravens' defense is going to be good enough to stop the Chiefs from having these insanely fast drives. I mean, total points probably in the 40s. I don't think it's going to be a super high-scoring game, but I think it's going to be a great game.
You have something yellow on your forehead?
Oh, I have a pimple patch on my forehead.
That was throwing me off.
I kind of forgot about that.
That's that new
funny.
white girl trend, huh?
I don't know about that, but I had some pimples I needed to take care of, so I got some pimple patches. I mean...
Shout out white girls.
Shout out white girls.
I'm excited. If you had to place a bet on a player getting a touchdown, what would you bet?
For this game, just anytime touchdown, any player?
Touchdown.
Passing touchdowns don't count, right?
No, you can't do pass because like those are always more than one.
Derrick Henry, dude. I mean, Derrick Henry is going to get at least one touchdown. The Ravens are going to get within the 5-yard line at some point. They're going to get the ball to Derrick Henry.
Yeah, they're going to get Derrick Henry a touchdown in his first game. I would place on Xavier Worthy.
Nah, I mean,
but here's the thing: it's going to be a way higher bet.
I don't think it's a dumb bet, but you're asking me if I had to put it on any player, I'd put it on. But I don't think taking Xavier Worthy is a bad bet.
Derrick Henry might be like minus 115. Xavier Worthy could be like plus 350.
Yeah, I'd take the minus 115. I am not the best gambler, so I'm not going to be taking my chances.
Yeah, we learned that from Oklahoma.
Yeah, but I mean, Marquise Brown's going to be out week 1. I think Xavier Worthy's going to be that deep threat target they're going to be looking for. So I'm excited to watch Xavier Worthy play. I mean,
he's a stud at Texas.
We're going to get more into like our awards and stuff later, but I honestly think Patrick Mahomes is probably going to be going for the MVP this season because we've already seen what's up.
Wouldn't shock me.
Because we've already seen Mahomes, be dominant for all these years, and he finally has obviously he's had Tyreek Hill before, but now he has like 3 weapons on his team that he can throw to pretty much at any time. Juju just signed back.
I forgot about
honestly,
Juju's a stud
I forgot about that too until you reminded me. But I mean, Xavier Worthy, Marquise Brown, Rashee Rice, Travis Kelce, Juju, Isaiah Pacheco is going to be a demon. These are the most weapons we've ever seen Patrick Mahomes have on an offense. I wouldn't be surprised.
His first year, probably.
Because I mean, there was a year he won MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. I think he threw for like 50 touchdowns or something.
Yeah, he did.
Something stupid like that.
I think he threw for 50 exactly in 2018.
I think we're in for another like 40+ touchdown year out of Mahomes, and I think he's going to go for the MVP.
According to Madden, it's either going to be Dak Prescott.
Or J.J. McCarthy.
Or JJ. All right, but let's give the fans what they want. Let's go through our game weekly by weekly. Zach, can you hand me the notebook, the one that's open to your right? To your right.
Should we bring Zach in to give his takes as well?
Does
Is
he
this
have?
the time we bring in
does
Zach?
he have the games?
Did you get all your games picked?
All right.
All right, this is the point where we bring in our guest for this week. It's going to be Zach. He's going to be giving his opinions on the games as well. We're going to go.
He's not wearing a jersey. Hold on.
We got to give him some. Yeah, just give him the goat. So we're going to be going through every single game. This is going to be every single week. We're going to go through the Thursday night football game. We're going to go through all the Sunday football games. We're going to go through Monday night football. And we're going to say who we think is going to win every game. This is week 1. I doubt many of us will have many upset predictions. I'm assuming we'll all have pretty similar takes. I mean, me and him have a different take on the
We'll have a few different.
opening night. But we'll get into these games, and this is going to be a weekly thing.
So we got to set the stakes right here because we're going to keep track.
Keep track. Okay.
Keep track of the year.
So what does loser have to do? Between me and you, obviously, because Zach's not going to be here every week.
Carolina Reaper would be funny. I don't want to eat a Carolina Reaper.
I'm not fucking eating Carolina Reaper. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not doing
What's a
that.
good punishment?
Something like that, but not that like I'm
They
going to
gotta
like.
on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm not doing that either.
All right, that's gonna have to get bleeped out.
That could ruin somebody's life. I think it'd be more funny if somebody had to like dress as like a drag queen or like a girl.
Maid outfit. for
Maid
an
outfit?
episode.
Wait, what are you all
So the wild card week of the playoffs, or we're gonna do the takes for the playoffs as well. Okay, so the
Super
first
Bowl pod. Super
Bowl pod.
Unless if we're tied and it's up to the Super Bowl, and then we'll do something.
Yeah, but that's
after.
unlikely. So Super Bowl episode, whoever gets the least amount of takes and the least amount of predictions correct is going to be wearing a maid outfit for the Super Bowl episode. I think that's actually a very funny and fair.
All right, so we already talked about our pick for Thursday night. I have the Chiefs. You have the Ravens. Zach, who do you got? Do you have your list?
I have the.
Yeah, go ahead and whip it out.
I have the Ravens. I have
Yeah, you
the
gotta talk in
Ravens
kind of
winning.
close. Talking to it one more time.
I have the Ravens winning.
All right, you're perfect.
Then
So-
Friday night,
Thank you.
the Ravens the Packers are taking on the Eagles. What country is that in?
I don't know.
They're playing in some country because I remember it was like a thing where like they couldn't wear
I don't
green.
think it's England or Germany.
No, it's not England. It's some country where like green is like gang affiliated and everybody was worried about them
Jamaica?
wearing green. I don't know. Let me
That's
actually
only
look it
country-
up.
Yeah, look it up. That's
It's
some country.
some
But I'll
co-
go ahead and talk about my pick while you're looking it up. I got the Eagles.
I think it's somewhere in
The
Brazil.
Eagles are gonna come out swinging.
They're playing in Brazil.
That's what I. Yeah.
Makes sense. I think the Eagles are gonna come out swinging. I think the Eagles are a little more pissed off than the Packers,
Mhm.
and so that's why I got the Eagles this week.
So I actually also have the Eagles. You guys both know I'm really a big believer in the Packers this year. I think the Packers are going to put up a fight, but the Eagles are one of those teams that just win in the regular season, especially in the beginning of the year. They have Saquon Barkley coming out with week 1. They added Jahan Dotson to their receiving core, have one of the better receiving cores in the league now. Their defense is a little wishy-washy, but I don't think the Packers have like insanely crazy talent on offense that it's going to be that much of a problem, especially against these regular season Eagles.
Josh Jacobs.
But
The Eagles do have a good D line though.
exactly. And I think the linebackers are more of the Eagles' problem on defense, so I don't really see the Packers being a super threat to the Eagles. I
Devontae
do
Smith's
think-
gonna have a really good game.
But I think it's a touchdown game. I actually wrote my score predictions. I have the Eagles winning 31-24. I think it's going to be pretty
I
high
like it.
scoring, but I don't think the Eagles win by more than a touchdown.
I have the Eagles winning as well.
Ooh,
The
there we
Eagles
go.
Just have so many weapons on offense.
Yeah.
They just got
They do.
Saquon Barkley.
Did either of us draft Saquon
Their
in our
defense-
No,
our
Jameson got
fantasy leagues?
Saquon in both the leagues.
Shit.
Yeah.
Jay always gets that good running back.
Yeah, but I'm still going to win, so I'm
the
not worried.
Packers will gain momentum later on the season.
I
but
completely agree.
I think
Okay.
the Eagles take it.
Next up, we have Steelers at Falcons. Falcons at home. I have the Falcons winning. I think this is going to be a low-scoring game. The Steelers' defense will keep the Falcons from moving the ball too much, and plus, I think Bijan's going to be the focal point of the Falcons this year, so I think that's going to chew up a bunch of clock. I think it's going to be like a 40, less than 40 total points scored between the teams, but I do think the Falcons win by like a touchdown or so.
What was your final score?
17-10.
I like it. I got the Steelers.
Really?
Dude, I think when Russ was on the first team on the Broncos, he did lose to the Seahawks, but off of a bullshit 4th down. Russ starts off hot.
Okay,
And
but
I think Russ is going to start off hot. I think George Pickens is going to start off hot.
I don't completely disagree with you. However, we
It's two
saw
quarterbacks and 2 new systems.
Yeah, but I have more faith in Kirk in a new system. We saw Russ in his first year in a new system in Denver, and it was like genuinely the worst thing I've ever had
It
to
was pretty
watch.
dog shit.
He did start picking up that second year for Denver, but I don't have much faith at the beginning of the year with Russ because he's in a new system that I don't think he's going to do very successful in.
Here's an argument, though. Who was the Broncos coach his first year in the system? I couldn't even tell
It
you.
was the Jets OC, I believe.
I couldn't even. Neither of us can
He
say
was
his
the
name.
Packers OC. And then he was the Broncos head coach. Now I think he's the Jets OC.
Oh, So that means Rodgers wanted
Nathaniel
them, so
Hackett.
It was Nathaniel Hackett. You're right. I think it was.
Please don't
Nathaniel
quote me
Hackett.
on that. I might be wrong, but I think it
you're
was
right. I think it
Nathaniel Hackett.
And I mean, that's
He
not,
did have
but
a pretty
that's
shitty
not
offense.
Mike Tomlin.
I agree, but however, Mike Tomlin hasn't really been calling the offenses. Last year it was.
But you're right.
Last year their offensive coordinator was terrible. Matt Canada was his name, right? Fire Canada.
Yeah, you're right.
But I mean, the Steelers just have never been really known for an offensive team. I don't really see them having. They hired a new OC. They hired Arthur Smith as their OC. No.
Fuck, you're right. They did.
Yeah, no. Russ is gonna do terrible. Russ is throwing 2 interceptions minimum in that game, and the Falcons win.
Russ.
Minimum.
How bad?
Put Justin
if
Fields
Russ
out there.
First drive throws a pick. Do they put in Fields?
No, not first drive. I do think Fields becomes a starter later down the line,
I
but
like him.
not till like week 7 or so. Who do you
about
have
you,
winning?
I got
Falcons
the
at
Falcons
Steelers or
winning.
at Falcons?
The Falcons winning. I think Kirk Cousins has a lot of potential. I think that the Falcons might make the playoffs.
Falcons will make the
I mean,
playoffs.
he
They'll be the
also-
4 seed.
With your list, though, you do have Bucks making the playoffs.
No, they miss it.
He just has so many.
Even at 10-7.
That's crazy.
Same thing as the Eagles. He has so many weapons. We saw his really good game against the Colts. I think he.
Okay, but hold on. His
think he-
weapons don't compare to the Eagles.
To the Eagles.
I mean, he has a really
Eagles-
good running back.
All right, let's compare. Wide receiver 1, AJ
Oh,
Brown.
because he's okay.
AJ Brown takes the cake.
Okay, it doesn't
Yeah.
compare to the Eagles, but he's saying like it's the same kind of logic as the other game.
Okay.
Because he does have a lot of weapons. They got Rondale Moore and Darnell Mooney. Bijan Robinson's going to be one of the best running backs in the league this year. Kyle Pitts is about to have a breakout
Here's the
season.
thing, though. With Kirk, I don't think those guys are going to matter. Rondell Mooney or
Oh, they
Darnell Mooney,
will.
Rondell Moore.
Oh, they will.
But think about Kirk with number 17. What was that dude's name?
KJ Osborne.
KJ
He was the wide
Osborne.
receiver 3, and
I
Kirk
know.
Cousins was great with him.
But Kirk is very look for my number 1 guy first. And you could agree.
I agree, but that was
I think
because
those guys are going to be like 800-yard receivers.
I agree, but that was because his number 1 was the best receiver in the league.
I think Drake London could have a breakout.
But
year.
Drake London will have a breakout year, but he's not Justin Jefferson.
I
I
think
think
Kyle
Kyle Pitts has the breakout year.
Yeah.
Apparently, Kyle Pitts looks really shitty in camp.
Fuck Cam, bro.
I think that the Falcons defense also that's a whole nother.
Also, can we talk
conversation.
about the Falcons defense? They added Matt Judon and Justin Simmons.
Yeah, Justin
Wash.
Simmons. Justin
Bro,
Simmons is so good.
Are you talking about Justin Simmons or Matt Judon?
Both. I'm just saying that.
Matt Judon was
I'm just
playing.
saying that because I'm salty. The
You are salty.
Buccaneers did not pick up
Justin Simmons is not washed. Matt Judon was playing great last year until his injury.
But we don't really need Justin Simmons.
I was
We needed
confused.
Stephon Gilmore.
I was confused as to why the Falcons didn't draft a pass rusher, and now we kind of know why they were planning on trading for one. I
They're
think
not-
Matt Judon is perfect.
Who did they draft? Oh,
They drafted Michael Penix in the first round, which I still think they drafted him too early, but they didn't draft a pass rusher because they were planning on trading
Someone
for one.
compared it to like a team that did that, and then everybody shit on like the Packers.
See, the
Who
thing
do
is,
we talked about that, and who do we say?
no, I was talking about the Chiefs because I
You're right,
saw
it was,
TikTok.
yes,
I saw
you're right.
TikTok the other night, and it was all these clips of everybody shitting on the Chiefs for taking Patrick Mahomes 10th overall when they weren't planning on starting him, and it made me think like, holy shit, that's what everybody said about Michael Penix. However, when the Chiefs did that, they didn't just pay somebody like a 4-year, $180
yeah, Alex Smith
million
on his,
deal.
on his way out.
Yeah.
He's on his last year of his deal.
I mean, I don't think it's a terrible pick. My problem with
I
it,
think Michael Penix is easily the 4th best quarterback in the class.
I agree. My only problem with it is they took him too early. Like, he's not worth the 8th overall pick.
People said that with Mahomes. Mahomes was like the 10th.
I know, but are we really comparing Michael Penix to Patrick Mahomes right now? Like,
No, I agree. I don't think he will be Mahomes, but I'm saying like
I think it'll work
everybody
out.
Said the
I
Chiefs.
think it will work out
I
in the
think it'll
long
work out
run,
too.
but I think they could have traded back.
The difference is
They could have traded back a couple picks and still got him.
Michael Penix like only 3 years younger than Mahomes.
Michael Penix is 24 years old.
That's so old.
And here's my thing.
Well, Mahomes is like
McCarthy,
28.
okay, McCarthy was still on the board, right? And McCarthy's draft stock was skyrocketing at the beginning of the draft, mainly because of like Jim Harbaugh talking him up and shit like that. And my thing is, teams wanted McCarthy more than they wanted Michael Penix, just at the end of the day. And they took Michael Penix at pick number 8 when they could have traded back at least like 3-4 spots and gotten some extra draft
I feel like
capital.
they didn't want to take the risk.
But it's Michael Penix. Like, it's worth the risk. He's not like, it's not God
Michael
reincarnated.
Penis. All right, let's go ahead and go on to the next.
The next game I have Cardinals at Bills. I think we're all gonna pretty much agree on this one. I have the Bills winning. I have the Bills winning by 2 touchdowns. I think they're gonna come out slinging the ball. I don't think Josh Allen.
Game ran down?
I don't think Josh Allen's gonna miss Diggs that much. I think Josh Allen's gonna have a crazy year. I think they destroy the Cardinals. I mean, even if you don't have it written down, it's Cardinals at Bills. I don't think you have to think too much.
Oh yeah, I got the Bills.
Yeah,
I do think Cardinals make it a game.
I don't think they make it a game.
I don't think it's actually. I think it's like a 10-pointer.
So I have faith.
Closer than you think.
I have faith in the Cardinals going into this year. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs or anything, but I think they're going to surprise a lot of people. But I do have them losing this game by 2 touchdowns.
think-
Do you have the Bills as well, Zach? Yeah.
We'll get into our takes later.
Yeah, I'll try not to get too far into the takes. Next up, I have Titans at Bears. Caleb Williams, NFL debut, other than, preseason. I have the Bears winning this one by about a touchdown. I'm not too high on the Titans this year. I think the Bears have a good roster. I think the Bears win.
Oh, I'm about to come.
Why are you about to come?
Will Levis.
Oh.
Have you not seen that video?
No, it took... that took me a second.
I've seen the TikTok edit where it literally shows him getting his dick
Yes,
sucked.
I have seen that.
I showed that to him and I was like, how the fuck is this on TikTok?
Dude, yeah, no, I have seen that, and I also don't know how that's on TikTok. But shout out Will Levis.
See, guys, if you're into dark humor, you'll get some dark humor jokes.
Yeah, Will Levis was getting his meat licked. Maybe he should focus more on football because he didn't play very good last year after he got his chance. But
I think the Bears blow out the Titans.
I don't think it's blowout.
I don't think it's
I
blowout.
think Caleb Williams shows it. I think Caleb Williams has like 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. I think he has a great game.
I'm not going to go that far because if there's one thing that's good about the Titans, it's their defense. They signed Jamal Adams. They got L'Jarius Sneed. They already have Jeffrey Simmons.
Adams?
Yes, they did. And they already had L'Jarius Sneed that they got from the Chiefs. They have Jeffrey Simmons. I think the Titans defense do put up a fight against the Bears, but I don't think the Titans offense.
I think it's like, do you think like a 10-point game?
I have the Bears winning by 7.
Fair.
Because, I mean, dude, like, I hate the Titans offense. We saw Tony Pollard get his chances at RB1. He wasn't good.
They have 2 washed-ass old receivers.
Calvin Ridley, D-Hop, and Traylon Burks. They also got Tyler Boyd. Like, it's just all these
Here's the
receivers.
thing. I think Calvin Ridley and D-Hop is good if you got a Marvin Harrison on your team.
I think Calvin Ridley and D-Hop is good if we were 5 years in the fucking
You
past.
know what I'm saying? Like, if you got a young stud receiver, like, that's a good, like, mentor /
No,
guy
I
on the
agree. And they
team.
have Traylon Burks, but Traylon Burks has been in the league for 3 years and hasn't really
Yeah, he
shown
hasn't
any
been showing.
promise. I hate their offense. I don't believe in
I actually like Tajee
Malik
Spears
Willis.
a lot.
Did I just say Malik Willis? Fucking...
Didn't Malik Willis just go somewhere else?
He went to the Packers, but why? I've already said his name.
Will Levis.
Will Levis. I don't have faith in Will Levis. He's not going to be the quarterback, but
Apparently, Tajee Spears looks really good. Apparently, they're going to be splitting reps.
I do believe they're going to be splitting reps as well. But I mean, is that really going to fucking matter?
I think it might be better for Pollard, if anything.
I agree it's going to be better for Pollard. I don't think it'll make the offense any better.
Next game.
Next up, Patriots at Bengals. I do think the Bengals win this game. However, I only have the Bengals winning by 5 points with my score prediction. The Bengals never start off hot in the regular season.
I wanted to pick the Patriots.
I did too, but I
Because
couldn't.
the Bengals never start hot.
I couldn't do it though.
I couldn't do it either. If it was any other team,
No, here's
if
what's
it's
gonna.
like the Cardinals, I might pick the
Oh,
Cardinals.
100%. Here's my thing. They're going to play so shitty that they barely beat the Patriots, and everybody's going to be like, oh my God, like Joe Burrow looks like shit. Everybody's going to forget about how they always start off playing like shit. They're going to look like shit in this game, and they're going to squeak out a win against the
I don't
Patriots.
think they necessarily look like shit.
Oh, they look like shit.
I also think Zach Moss is going to be a stud this year.
Zach Moss is going to. I got him in multiple fantasy leagues. I'm guessing you have the Bengals as
I
well.
have the Bengals. I think they'll shit on them. I know they start off pretty slow.
But it's Patriots.
I think they'll start off.
I think it'll be like a 2-touchdown game, but they should blow them out, I think.
They should. I only have them winning by 5 points. I have the final score 21-16.
How the fuck do you have 16? Oh, you have a
Touchdown,
2
three
field goals?
three field goals.
That's interesting.
I mean, Jacoby Brissett could get them down the field to get a few
Jacoby
field
Brissett-
goals.
Yeah, honestly, that's a great pick. What do you think about the Jacoby Brissett starting?
I mean, I kind of get it. However, like, you drafted Drake May 3rd overall. Like, my thing is, you don't have a talented enough roster to where you're really going to win any games this year. I feel like at this point, if
Let him
you had like Kirk Cousins on your team, right, it makes sense to start him. But Jacoby Brissett isn't some like god. Like, yeah, he's a veteran. But Drake May, I think at this point, would get more knowledge just from starting and playing this season in the NFL than he is going to get from
Jacoby Brissett a guy you can learn from that much?
I think Jacoby Brissett is like a top like 40 quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah, but top 40, you know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying he's one of the best backups in the league, right?
If
but
not the best.
that's what I'm saying. But I think at this point, just start Drake May. You're not going to have a good year. I don't think Jacoby
It's like
Brissett's
the
the
Baker
best.
situation, like when Baker gets drafted first overall at Cleveland.
Exactly.
And Tyrod Taylor over it, like.
And I was watching a video today, and it was talking about how Patrick Mahomes sat behind Alex Smith, and everybody compares everything to that. And he was like, I mean, do you really think Patrick Mahomes learned that much from sitting and watching Alex
Yep.
Smith lose games, or do you think he was already good and would have just went out and won anyways?
I think he did.
What the guy said is he said the Chiefs sold themselves of a Super Bowl because Patrick Mahomes could have went out there and won them that Super Bowl that
I
first year.
disagree. Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce both admit that Alex Smith taught him a lot.
Yeah, but Patrick Mahomes is also slightly humble. You don't think there's a
True.
chance that Patrick Mahomes goes out there and plays better than Alex Smith that year?
I do like sitting the rookie out for a year.
I like it. I do agree. What I'm saying is kind of like just far-fetched. But if it's Jacoby
But
Brissett...
they don't have a Chiefs roster.
Exactly. If it's Jacoby Brissett and your team
Do you
isn't
think
projected to
injury
win...
reason, or do you think like Jacoby Brissett just won it in camp?
I think he just won it in camp and they want him to learn, but you're not going to be good anyways, and you use the 3rd overall pick on this guy. Just let him play. Like, that's my opinion.
Let him cook.
Let him cook now.
All right, what's the next one?
Next up is going to be Texans at Colts. I actually think I'm going to have a different winner than you guys. Or no, apparently not you. I have the Colts winning this game. See, I do think...
Fuck Stephon Diggs!
Okay.
Just kidding. Stephon Diggs, come on the podcast.
I do think... We'll get into the divisions later. I do think the Texans end up winning the division. However, I think the Colts are going to start off hot. I only have the Texans winning this, or the Texans losing this game by a field goal. I picked the final score to be 34-31 for the Colts. I think Anthony Richardson is going to come out looking great. If we get a full healthy year of Anthony Richardson, we're going to be watching some damn good football. I don't like the Colts.
He's like Cam Newton, but Cam Newton knew how to not take a hit.
And I think it's going to be a pretty high-scoring game because I don't really like the Colts secondary. I think C.J. Stroud is going to have a fantastic game, but I think the Colts...
Kenny Moore is good.
I think the Colts are going to be slightly better. You know, I just think the Colts happen to beat them.
And the Colts have something to prove. The Texans have...
Do you agree with me, though? Do you think it's going to be like a high-scoring close game, or do you think the Colts blow them out of the water?
I think it's a high score. I don't know about high scoring, but I could see like a 28-25.
I made my final score 34-31.
Wow.
I think it's high-scoring close game.
28-24.
So that's still pretty high-scoring.
I got the Texans.
You got the Texans?
Yeah, I do have the Texans winning.
Do you think it's close?
CJ Stroud is going to have a
I
mid-year.
don't think it'll be that close. I think Anthony Richardson will, work his magic, but I think C.J. Stroud is the better.
He just needs to learn how to take a hit.
I agree. C.J. Stroud is a better quarterback. I don't know.
For sure.
I think the Colts are just going to come out hot. I think the Texans are going to get kind of like what you said about the Packers. I think the Texans are going to get more hot towards the end of the season. Okay. I actually think they're going to open up with a loss here just to start it off. I think the Colts want it more, honestly.
The
Colts want vengeance from that last dude. The Colts were one incompletion away, hit the running back in the hands from making the playoffs.
Hines?
No, it wasn't even Hines. It was like their third string.
How the fuck?
I genuinely don't even know his name. Like, all right, next game we have Jags at Dolphins. I have the Dolphins winning this game. I think this is another high-scoring game. I'm not the biggest Dolphins fan, but I think the Dolphins start off the season fucking hot. I have the final score being 38-30 Dolphins.
I know you got the Dolphins.
At Miami. Miami is one of the best home teams in the NFL. They don't really lose at home very often. I have Miami.
It's that sideline, dude. That sideline's cheap.
Yeah.
Do your homework on the sideline.
All right.
Do we got to go there?
What do you guys act? Dolphins?
You think they blow them out of the water? You think it's close?
They blow them
high scoring?
I think the Dolphins drop 50 on it.
All right. My prediction.
He's going to pick the Jags.
I got the Jags.
No. I don't hate it.
But I think the Jags win the division this year, which we can talk about more later.
Fuck the Jags.
We'll
get into that later.
Oh, it's in my other notebook. I should have had the Jags win.
Fuck the Jags. We will get into that later.
They were 8-3. Here's the thing.
Dude,
but hold on. They were 8-3 and sold. Do you not think that they come out pissed off and had the exact same team except added Gabe Davis? That's the only difference.
Here's the thing. I want you to think about the season before last season, right? Dolphins start off hot, and they end up selling the second half of the season. They did deal with some injuries. They had a backup quarterback playing the playoff game,
and next year they make the playoffs.
Yeah, but next year they came out pissed off, started off hot, and then did the same shit. They win.
But they still made the playoffs.
They got cold at the second half of the year.
They still made the playoffs.
They lost like 5 of 6 games to finish the season, then got destroyed in the wild card.
Hold on. They were one game away from winning the division. If the Jags are one game away from winning the division, people will be impressed with the Jaguars. True or false?
Oh, well, guess what? The Colts were one game away from winning the division. Nobody gave a fuck about them last year. They were one play away. Nobody gives a fuck about Gardner Minshew.
If AR is healthy, do they make the playoffs?
No.
I don't think so either.
Oh, last year?
Yeah. I think Minshew was perfect.
Honestly, probably not. I think they played just as good. Gardner Minshew balled out, but
Minshew can cook.
Dude.
We were also like 2 games away from being...
Hey, when Maddox is in the maid outfit and the Jags won the division... Play this clip back.
When Lennon's in the maid outfit sucking my dick, please play this back.
Okay.
What did you just say? I was gonna go off of that. What did you say?
The Dolphins had 2 games to win to get the 1 seed.
The Dolphins were 2 games away from the 1 seed last season. You don't think they're pissed off? They have the same fucking thing as the Jags going on. I don't think it's even about being pissed off. The Jags defense fucking sucks. Josh Allen's a good pass rusher.
Who's a better quarterback?
Trevor Lawrence. That doesn't fucking matter. Who has a better receiver?
You're a Dolphins fan. Who do you think's a better quarterback?
Trevor Lawrence.
Zach's not biased. Or Zach's biased, but not about Tua.
Ranked? Like, if you had to guess, like a ballpark
I was
in the
telling
NFL.
Maddox earlier. I think Tua is like Brock Purdy in a lot of ways. Like he's like a genuine game manager.
But Brock Purdy, you can say a game manager, but he's top 5 in my opinion, in your opinion.
I have Brock Purdy in my top 5 as well.
But where do you rank in? Like, do you think he's like 15, 10? We're Maddox. Hold on. We're hot. We are hot takes for that.
I don't think so. Even the people that respect Tua, I am not a fan of Tua. I don't think they put him in the top 10.
I think he's like 10 in top 10, but I don't think he's like below that.
He's like 13.
I think so. I think about 13.
I mean, maybe, but I mean,
We can get more into that later as well. We can get over top 10 quarterbacks.
Name 10 guys.
I think we
better than
saved
Tua.
top 10
You want me
quarterbacks.
to genuinely?
Yes.
You want me to
name 10
genuinely?
guys better than
Patrick
Tua.
Mahomes, Lamar Jackson.
Wait, no.
Slow
Hold on.
down.
We got to save our top 10 quarterbacks. We can do our top 5 quarterbacks later. So check into the later of the episode. We'll each do
Okay,
our top 5 quarterbacks. Later down the year, we'll do our top 10. We're going to save that.
Oh no, let's do the top 10 later. But let's skip 10.
The season hasn't started yet.
Yeah, so let's
we
just
can
skip
do our
10.
predictions. Okay, we can do that later, but
Oh,
let's
yeah.
keep in our predictions.
You're right.
Go to
You're
next
right.
game.
Oh, okay.
Didn't sidetrack.
Panthers at Saints. That is going to be the whoa. Can I talk? The most
come on, say
boring
it.
game
Say it.
of
Say
the
it.
fucking
Say
week.
it. Say it.
I'm not going to say it. Fuck Bryce Young. He's terrible. The Saints win. It's a fucking boring, low-scoring game, 17-10. The Saints win. Bryce Young is terrible at football.
I also have the Saints winning.
Low-scoring,
Panthers
shitty game, though.
win.
Yeah, low-scoring,
Panthers win.
shitty game.
I think 17-10 Panthers. I like that score.
But
I think Panthers come out. I think Panthers get ball. Bold prediction of the week by Lennon Hillman. Panthers get ball first, score touchdown, and a great opening drive, and you're like,
Panthers get ball first opening drive. Bryce Young gets sacks twice and then throws an interception.
it's gonna be the
Y'all are
most boring
crazy.
game ever.
Most boring game of the week, 100%.
But
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
give anything to watch that game right now.
Oh, dude. I think I would rather watch that game
wait,
than
hold
any.
on. Is Titan Bears is not less boring because of Caleb. Broncos Seahawks might be up there for boring too.
Oh, fuck no. I'd rather watch Broncos Seahawks. But would you rather watch Panthers at Saints or the best college football game of the year?
Best college football game of the year.
I thought he was going to agree with me. I'd rather watch Panthers at Saints. I'm an NFL fan at heart.
But think about like Oklahoma, Texas last year.
But if I wasn't at the game, I wouldn't have even been watching it.
True. All right, next game.
Next game is Vikings
Wait,
at
hold on,
Giants.
Panthers? Bryce Young's gonna have a good year.
We can get into that later. You're fucking wrong. We can get into that later. Vikings at Giants. I have the Vikings winning 21-20 over the Giants away. I don't know. I think this game could go either way.
I have the Vikings too.
I'm not a biased NFL fan. I'm a Vikings fan. I think we're going to be shit this year, but I think we beat the Giants week
Hold
one.
on, guys. Just so y'all know, every year when we do these predictions, I will say the Bucks win because I'm not gonna put that negative connotation in
Because
the
he's
air.
okay to shorten
But-
it down. He's biased.
No, okay, I am biased. It might be biased, but I don't want to put the negative energy in the air. Of,
swamp ass right now.
I have
no, but you get what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to say I think the Bucks are. I would never say that. Like, why am I gonna say I think?
Do you
my
remember,
favorite
Zach, when
team's
we
gonna
were
lose?
doing our game picks for the whole year, and I picked the Vikings every week, and it was the year they went like 13-4.
Yeah, I have the Giants beating the Vikings.
I actually respect that. I genuinely respect
the
that. This is
Giants-
gonna be a close ass game.
The Giants have whooped the Vikings before. So.
Yeah, that playoff game.
that
made me wanna-
playoff game?
Oh, nothing, dude. I don't know if I ever told you this.
Kirk Cousins.
Going into
Kirk
that-
Cousins. It's not him.
He's not a playoff quarterback. I will never deny that. However, when I was watching that playoff game, going into the playoffs, I told every single person, I was like, I genuinely think the Vikings are going to lose this game. And every bracket I made, I picked the Vikings. It was kind of like the logic you're using now. I didn't want
You can't
to.
say your
I
team's
didn't,
gonna
but
lose.
I literally told everybody. I was like, I literally know the Giants are gonna win this game. We go down like by like 2 touchdowns, and I just started cleaning my room and didn't even watch the game. And we ended up losing.
Dude, that 4th and 7 was so bad.
Yeah, we threw like
Okay,
a 2-yard
so
check
you're a
down.
Kirk Cousins fan. On a game-winning drive, I have at least 10 quarterbacks who I want the ball.
I agree.
I'd rather have
Um,
Baker, the ball in Baker's
So I
hands.
think Baker's.
Here's the thing. Baker sold the Lions game, kind of. You could say. He clutched up at the end. It's Grant's fault, if anything. But how many game-winning drives did Baker
No,
have
I
this
agree.
year?
I think Kirk is probably like the 12th or 13th quarterback I'd take in a game-winning drive. I think regular season quarterbacks, Kirk Cousins is top 10.
Kirk O'Chains.
He's top
Top 10, dude, top 3. Sunday night on noon. Name another quarterback you're taking other than
Sunday
Kirk Cousins.
night on noon.
Or Sunday at noon. Tell me you're not taking Kirk Cousins over anybody else.
The
Hey,
new nightmare.
Where
The
he has
new
no
nightmare.
primetime game where he's just on red zone, he's going to cook.
Exactly, bro. If he had every single game Sunday at noon,
They're undefeated.
17-0. All right.
the next game, but I have the Vikings too.
Raiders at Chargers. I have the Chargers winning. I think it's closer than people are going to expect. I think it's like a touchdown game. I think the Raiders defense is going to be great this year. Chargers win 27-20.
I think the Chargers actually like come out and they say like we're fucking here to play. But here's the thing: is it Antonio Pierce?
I think that is his name. Something
The
along
Raiders
those lines.
head coach, I really like.
I fucking love
He
him.
brings that old.
No, their
school,
defense is gonna be crazy
He brings
this
that
year.
old school punch him in the fucking mouth. I like that for the
I
Raiders.
agree.
I like that. So that's the only thing that keeps me hesitant. But I think Jim Harbaugh. Here's the thing: when Jim Harbaugh came into the 49ers, they make the NFC Championship like his first year. Jim Harbaugh's
See,
a great coach.
I
So
agree.
I think they're gonna come out. I think
That 49ers roster was definitely better than the Chargers is right now. I think the Chargers are going to be good, but I also think the Raiders.
I don't know.
No, hey, give the Raiders any.
Look at Alex Smith's stats before Harbaugh.
Okay, name like the most average quarterback you can think of in the NFL. Like Kirk Cousins, pretty average.
Tua.
Give the Raiders Tua. They beat the Chargers in the division this year.
Maybe only because of Antonio Pierce, because I do like Antonio
Exactly.
Pierce. But I don't want to discredit Harbaugh because I think Harbaugh's a stud.
I think Harbaugh's a stud too. I think he's going to make the Chargers decent this year, but the Chargers just don't have the roster
Do you think
to
he
like.
needs to cook 2 or 3 more years to make it
So
competitive?
we're going to get into our division later, but I think the Chargers go like 8-9 and miss playoffs.
Fair.
But I think they're worse.
I like that.
They're worse than an 8-9 team. He's going to bring. Oh, did you make your prediction yet? Chargers Raiders.
I think the Raiders will beat the Chargers as long.
Oh,
as,
I fuck with that.
As
I
long
fuck
as
with
none
it.
of the players get arrested.
All right, that's pretty real. Next up, Broncos at Seahawks. I'm sure we'll all agree here. I'm going to take the Seahawks. However, I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I think the Seahawks win by like a touchdown.
I kind of wanted to take the Broncos.
I kind of did too. Yeah, that's actually really funny. I really wanted to take the Broncos as well.
I really wanted to take
but
the
I think the
Broncos.
Seahawks win.
I do think the Seahawks win.
I got the Hawks.
Yep. Shout out,
dude,
shout out Grant.
I'm a Bo Nix
Shut up.
believer.
I think maybe down the line
I think
this season he's gonna suck ass.
he's built perfect.
He's gonna suck ass
Like,
this
but
year.
you know what I'm saying? Like, if God molded a quarterback out of clay,
Nah, I think
that's not
Herbert.
Cam Newton.
Herbert.
Dude, they're like the same weight and height.
Really?
Me and Josh
Dude,
Allen.
Am I casual?
Bo Nix is tall and big.
I didn't know that.
Obviously, besides Cam Newton.
I think down the line,
What about Josh Allen?
Bo Nix ends
Josh
up.
Allen, yeah, but Cam Newton.
I think
he's
down the
black.
line, Bo Nix ends up decent. The Broncos team, like they just suck. Like he's not gonna be able to make
Marvin
do with that
Mims.
team.
OU alumni.
Cortland Sutton's good, but Marvin Mims kind of sucks in the NFL. He hasn't really got a chance, to be fair. Javonte Williams
Did
has
you see
injury
the clip
issues. The
when he
defense
talked shit
sucks.
about Russell Wilson about not giving the ball?
He's like, "Yeah, throw it to me anyway."
Then throw it to me anyway.
All right, next up, Cowboys at Browns. I actually have the Browns winning this game. Dak is going.
Don't ever pick the Browns on this fucking show again. Fuck the Browns.
I have the Browns making the playoffs this season, so you're about to be pretty upset every week. Here's my
I hate
thing.
the Browns more than I hate the
I know
UT
you- no,
Longhorns.
I know you hate the Browns. You know what though?
The only thing I like about the Browns is that signed Baker Mayfield a Funko Pop.
Hey, you know what?
Fuck
Here's
the
thing.
Browns.
Hey, I hate the Browns too. I hate the Cowboys.
They're a
more.
poverty franchise, and they will always be till they get rid of their 27. Got his jerked off in the massage parlor. Fuck Deshaun Watson.
All right, let me get more into this take. The Cowboys don't beat good teams in the regular season. They always win a bunch of games, but they get to beat up.
the Dolphins in the regular season last year.
No, they lost.
Yeah.
They beat the
They lost to
Lions.
the
They
Dolphins
beat the
last year.
Lions because of that shitty call, but that was the only good team they beat
You're
all year in the
right.
regular season.
You're right.
Cowboys don't know how to beat good teams in the regular season.
Browns aren't a good team.
The Browns have the Browns have the best defense in the league. 100%. Best defense in the
Top
league.
3.
Best defense in the league.
Top 3. Do you
Dak,
think there's some? Do you guys think like the 49ers?
Cowboys or
Cowboys.
no, I mean Colts or fuck, Browns are better.
Nick Bosa is a little under Myles Garrett.
They're about the same, but Browns have better secondary, slightly worse
No,
linebackers.
I don't think they have a better secondary.
What?
Tre'Davious Ward, Lenore, those are great lockdown guys. Safeties, Tua Fahunga, shout out Rashad White, tore his ACL. Better safety.
Shout out Rashad White tours. Whatever. Browns are the best.
But
Okay,
dude-
fine. Just for you.
But I'm saying top three.
Top three defense in the league. Dak
You
throws.
really think the Browns have a better defense than the 49ers?
Yes.
You think Grant Delpit's better than Ufunga?
Better pass rush because they have two actually good pass rushers, not just one.
What's that old fuck's name? Zary Smith?
Yes.
Look
I
at-
think their secondary
Oh,
is
they
slightly
don't
better. Their linebackers obviously aren't better, but they can compete. However,
I
that's
like
besides the point.
I
We don't
agree.
we don't have to get much too
The
into it.
second
I
rusher
think
makes sense.
I think Dak throws at least one interception. They're not going to be able to get the run game going at all. And as much as I hate the Browns offense, I think the Browns win by at least a touchdown.
What do you guys think?
I do have the Cowboys winning. I
We
think-
them boy. Oh, I know why
think-
you
I
didn't pick
think
the
they
fucking
bet-
Fuck the
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Yeah,
I know
fuck-
why you didn't pick the
Fuck
Cowboys.
the Cowboys.
No, but I genuinely think they're
If
going
you
to
know,
lose.
you know.
I genuinely think they're going to lose.
I think that the Cowboys win by like a couple points, like not even a touchdown.
That's a
I
great
think they
inside
win by
joke.
a field goal.
Yeah,
Just
but no.
fuck the Cowboys all season.
But I'm not biased. I have the Cowboys making the playoffs and doing good this season. They're not going to win this game. I just don't see it.
interrupt you. Sorry,
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Go ahead. Cowboys win because why?
CeeDee Lamb just signed a new contract. I think they're all going to be like, "Yay, everyone getting paid," and they're going to score a bunch of touchdowns.
I like it.
All right.
Hold
we
on,
got-
wait. What I did want to say is, I think the Cowboys come off really strong. I think the Cowboys do kind of the opposite of what we said a lot of these teams do. I think they're going to start off really strong
and then fall off
and then kind of fall
like
off,
the Dolphins and the Jags.
I guess. But I think they're going to come out like they're going to do what they always do. But I could see them being like, oh, we're going to win the division.
Oh no, they're not going
And
to
then
win.
at the end of the year, they're like, oh, shit.
But
they
here's
might
the
not make
thing.
Playoffs.
Here's the thing. No matter what your record predictions, the Cowboys are going to make the playoffs every year, and then they're going to
They
inevitably.
have a really hard schedule this
They're
year.
going to inevitably lose a playoff.
They have a
game.
really hard schedule. But,
But
yeah, we
they
can
get
go into
4
the next
free
game.
wins every year. They get 4 free wins. 2 over the Commanders, 2 over the Giants.
I don't think they beat the Commanders twice this year.
They destroy the Commanders twice.
I don't know if they beat the Giants twice this year. I don't think it's an easy 4 sweep. I think
Easy
they go
4 wins.
3-1.
Easiest
they go
4 wins
3-1.
ever. Dude, the Cowboys are notorious for beating up on shitty teams and then losing to good teams. That's like what they're known for.
Beat 'em, boys.
Anyways, let's not take too long on this game. Next up, we have Commanders at Bucks. I'm just kidding. I have the Bucks. I wanted to get you worried for a second. I have the Bucks winning by 10 points over the Commanders. I think they will.
Baker's going to come out slanging that thing.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty high-scoring game. I honestly really don't like the Bucks defense like at all, but I like the Bucks offense, and I think Jaden Daniels is actually going to have a pretty decent game. But I think the Bucks win by multiple scores.
I think Jaden Daniels throws a pick.
Jaden Daniels throws a pick probably.
Watch Jamel Dean get a pick. I'd be like, this guy doesn't suck.
Dude, imagine if he just has a
drops
crazy
pick
year.
in the end zone.
No, I hate the Bucks defense. I think the Bucks defense is going to be what holds them back this year, if anything.
I kind of, you know me, like I think we watched the Lions game together. Their middle interior pass coverage is terrible.
And the pass rush is terrible. Pass rush is terrible.
I think Diaby has a breakout year this year. Who did we just draft? Fuck, who did we just draft? Who's Alabama?
I have no idea.
Oh my god, this gonna drive me crazy.
Here, I'll look it up. What round was it? The second round?
It was Groot.
Chris Broswell?
Chris Broswell, I think he wins deep boy. He was a stud at Bama. No, hold on. Not biased. He was a stud at Bama running a 3-4. If we're playing him a shit ton, you have to think about, like, Shaquille Barrett had a good year, and I think Shaquille Barrett's...
Can you talk about how Shaq Barrett signed with the Dolphins and then just retired?
Dude, shout out him. I think he clutched up with the Bucks on that.
All right, did you make your prediction yet? You said Bucks?
Yeah, Bucks.
And then the last game, Monday Night Football, the return of Aaron
we
Rodgers.
missed a game.
No, we didn't.
Rams-Lions.
Yeah.
Oh, I skipped over it. Where is it? Wait. Oh my god, I didn't write it down. Rams Lions. I think the Rams come out and win it. I think the Rams. I'm gonna.
Stafford gets his revenge.
I'm gonna overanalyze a little bit, but last year in that playoff game in the wild card, the Rams realistically should have won. In the second half, in the third quarter, they almost had 2 delay of games and decided to call timeouts instead of taking the delays. And then the Lions won at the last second by getting a first down because the Rams didn't have any fucking timeouts.
That game when he drives Stafford was close.
Stafford was close.
Stafford was really close.
But I think the Rams win it. I think the Lions.
Healthy.
I still think the Lions have a good year, but I think the Rams go crazy this regular season. I think the Rams do win.
I have the Lions winning.
Respectable.
I have it in parentheses that it's going to be a close game.
It is going to be close. That's going to be probably one of the best games of the
really
week.
Good
What
game.
time is that game?
Probably 3:25 or noon.
That sucks.
It's not either of the
'Cause
prime
I'm not
time
watching
games.
that game then.
Why not?
I'm gonna watch that game. Want to watch the Bucks game? No. I have to.
You don't watch
here's
Red
the-
Zone?
Yeah, watch Red Zone.
No, I can't with the Bucks game. I always do 4. I always do the 4 games.
But you put it to where you hear the Bucks game?
No, I can't do that with the Bucks.
Oh, you only watch the Bucks
I have
game?
to watch full screen Bucks. I have to. I can't not. I get so into it.
That is
we
insane.
need to do I need to put up a camera on me watching a Bucks game, dude. It's insane.
That's hilarious. All right, and now the last game, the return of Aaron Rodgers on Monday Night Football. The Jets at the 49ers.
So sad.
I have the 49ers winning in a high-scoring game at 37-33.
I don't think it's that close, sadly.
I got. The
Oh, you think they get
Jets.
destroyed?
I think the 49ers win by 10, 14 points.
You said you picked the Jets?
Yeah, I got the
I
Jets
respect
winning.
it.
I would. That's what I'm rooting for.
I agree. 49ers win.
I want to stab. Oh, is he coming out on Monday Night Football again?
Yeah.
Was that the one he got hurt in? Or was that Thursday?
I think it was Monday. Oh, I do remember it was Monday because, dude, oh my God.
September 11th.
In our
We're
fantasy league, I was playing Grant, and I had Josh Allen. He had Patrick Mahomes, and this was after the Cowboys-Giants game where they beat them 40-0. I had a 2% chance to beat Grant. Cowboys defense gets me almost 30 points. And then all I need is Josh Allen to outscore Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers goes down the third play of the game, and I beat Grant in fantasy.
But do you remember?
because
So,
of
guys,
that.
for background, me and Maddox, we watch a lot of NFL games together. I feel like.
I watched every NFL game this year. Oh, you mean me and you together?
Well,
oh,
of
yeah.
course, me and you watch every NFL game, but we watch any good one. We watch it over here.
Yeah, for
Zach
sure.
watched a lot of NFL games. Over
Dude,
here
that was the
too.
most depressing thing ever.
But dude, he comes out with the American flag. Me and Matt, we're Aaron Rodgers fans.
Dude, we were nutting our pants.
No, when he came out the American flag and when he got hurt, dude, I
No,
could tear up thinking about it.
No, it was so fucking sad.
I love Rodgers.
Because the thing is,
Papa
you see him go down.
Back out
Yeah.
WWE when she fucking.
You see, so I
He's like
remember,
Aaron
I
Rodgers.
literally remember we see him go down and we're like, oh, he's just gonna pop a perk and be fine, just joking
Yeah.
around. And then we hear that like he's not coming back, and we're like, he fucking tore his Achilles. Are you
No, because
fucking
once
kidding
you
me?
know, dude, you could see it in his face too. When he went like this, he's like,
No, they show the slow mo of him sitting on the ground all pissed off. Like, dude, that
you can tell.
that was
dude,
fucking
Aaron
heartbreaking.
Rodgers has played through some shit.
Yeah.
Like,
But hey, I hope he has a fully healthy year. If the Jets are healthy the whole season, they're
he
gonna
could win
be.
MVP.
I'm trying to tweet.
don't know
like
about all that.
Aaron Rodgers
You don't
write
think
me a prescription.
Aaron Rodgers?
He could.
Aaron Rodgers has like 3 or 4.
He has a chance. No, he definitely does have a chance. I don't think he
it's
wins
hard
it.
to beat Mahomes.
I think Mahomes wins it this year.
But yeah, so
You think the Jets win it?
Yeah,
I respect that.
I think Aaron Rodgers went to
All right, guys, how about-
Brazil and took some Schwarzbuska and he's back.
if this opening podcast gets 100 views, 10 likes, we might do a live stream, a live watch. Maybe if it's Twitch, maybe it's something. Maybe we do that live.
You can do it on YouTube. You can live stream on YouTube.
Do you need a certain amount of subs?
I don't think so. No.
So guys, if y'all get this video to 100 views, it's dropping Thursday, so you have till Monday night. We'll watch. We can't show the game, of course.
We'll
but
live
can-
stream our
no,
reaction.
You can put it on as you watch the game. Like turn the game.
Have the
volume
game on
off.
your TV. Watch us on your phone.
100
Beautiful.
views, 10 likes. We will do it.
And then instead of
and
watching,
we will get sloshed.
oh yeah, we'll get sloshed. And instead of commercial breaks, you get to listen to opening kickoff instead of watching those boring ass commercials. And then during the game, you have us commentating in your ear. It's gonna be beautiful.
There you go. All right.
So run the video up.
Brief intermission. Y'all can talk about whatever you want. If I have to get out. I gotta take a piss.
Ready for our season predictions now. So I think we go division by division, say every team's ranking, and then we can get into who we think's gonna win the Super Bowl, and then we can get into the award winners.
True, but I said we gotta debate because we're gonna have we're.
Oh
way
no,
different.
when we disagree, we can obviously banter, but
Let's
that'll
start off with
that'll
AFC
come
West.
naturally. AFC West. Okay.
I think we're completely even on this.
Yeah, I remember when we did the pod, I had the Raiders beating the Chargers. I was being retarded. Chiefs win the division. Chargers come in second. Raiders come in third. Broncos come in last. You said you don't have any records put on yours?
Beautiful. Yeah, we won't get into records because I want to do a full list for next week.
Okay, because I literally went through every single game. And just
No, I know. I did too. I started too, but dude, I
So you have the same list as me for AFC West?
Yeah, so let's go AFC North.
AFC North. I have the Ravens winning the division. I have the Bengals coming in second. I have the Browns coming in third, and the Steelers coming in last. I do think the Steelers go 9-8 once again, though, losing the division.
I had the Steelers third.
But I have 3 teams making the playoffs out of the North.
See, I agree. I think the Browns barely miss playoffs. I think the Steelers make the playoffs.
I think Steelers barely miss. Browns make it.
So
what
we're pretty-
was your
we're pretty
list?
similar.
Everything was the same except flip.
Steelers, Browns, Swift swap.
All right. AFC East. I have the Bills winning the division.
Like it.
I originally had the Jets, but I think the Bills are going to do it with Josh Allen. Like, you're just going to win games.
He's
You
gonna
know?
cook.
Jets in second place. Dolphins come in third. Missed the playoffs, unfortunately. And then Patriots obviously come in last place.
I'm more confident that 3 teams from this division make it than the AFC North.
So looking at the Dolphins' schedule, they're literally set up to have the same exact year as they have the last 2 years. I think they start off genuinely like 7-0, and then they have a tear of
They finish like 8 and 9.
I have them finishing 9-8.
So you think they go 2 and 8 to finish?
Dude, the last half of their schedule is hard,
They're not. They'll squeak out.
and I
one.
think the Patriots managed to beat them once.
I have the Jets winning the division
Yeah,
if Rodgers is healthy.
if Rodgers is healthy, I agree, but I do think the Bills end up winning the division. Honestly.
I think Jets and Bills make the playoffs.
I agree. I have the same thing. But-
Right.
and then you also have Dolphins and Patriots.
Yeah.
And the last in the AFC, we have the South. This is where
we really
this is where it gets dirty. So I know you said not to get into records, but I have the Texans and the Colts having the same record, but I think the Texans win the division. I have the Colts in second. I have the Jags in third with a losing record, and I have the Titans in last.
I have the Jaguars first. Here's the thing. I have Texans second, guys, but I will not be shocked if it's Colts second.
I thought you had Colts second before.
I have Texans second. This is what we talked about last time. So I'm going to keep it. This was my OG prediction. I'm not going to go. But I think the Texans miss out on the playoffs.
So you have Jags, Texans, Colts,
Titans. So
So
we're pretty similar.
Okay, so last season, he knows this. You guys don't know this. Going into the season, I was convinced Trevor Lawrence was going to win MVP. I was convinced the Jags were going to be a nasty team, and they disproved me. If you manage to open a season going 8-3 and then miss the playoffs, you're not a good NFL team. Trevor Lawrence is talented.
You know who started the downfall?
Who?
Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield did start the downfall, but my thing is, I didn't even like their free agency at all. I like the Eric Armstead signing, but getting fucking Gabe Davis, you just have a bunch of wide receiver twos. That was Trevor Lawrence's problem.
That's a good
Trevor
Calvin
Lawrence
Ridley replace?
Trevor Lawrence, yeah, but Calvin Ridley sucked.
Exactly. Gabe Davis is like mid.
Yeah, so get him a good receiver. Trevor Lawrence
Brian
needs
Thomas
a one.
Jr. is a stud. You're
Trevor
sleeping on
Lawrence
Brian
needs
Thomas
a
Jr.
one, and he doesn't have one.
Brian Thomas Jr. is a stud.
But he's not going to be their
You don't
one
watch a
coming
lot
out the
of college
gates.
ball. He won't be the one out of the gates. By the end of the year, he's going to be the one.
By the end of the year, he might be the one. But guess what? By the
He's
end
a
of the
stud.
year, when they're 7-10, will it matter?
He said, here's the thing.
By the end of the year, when they're 7-10, will it matter?
So you had Malik Neighbors on LSU, right?
Yeah.
Who's obviously, he's God.
Brian Thomas was at LSU as well.
He was at LSU as well. And it's kind of like the CeeDee Lamb, Marquise Brown situation, right? Like you saw Marquise Brown at OU, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's this clear-cut number one stud. You got this other guy, CeeDee Lamb, right? And you're like, huh, CeeDee Lamb's pretty good. He could be a pretty good NFL receiver. I think Malik Neighbors is going to be better than Marquise Brown in the NFL. I love Marquise Brown.
Malik Neighbors?
Yeah, what did I say? Malik Willis?
You said Malik Neighbors. I just didn't. That just came out of nowhere.
Because Marquise Brown, because I was comparing them. Marquise Brown, I really thought was going to be good in the NFL. He just didn't have a good career so far. Like, he's had a decent career.
Starting off with the Ravens kind of sucks because they don't really throw the ball
But
like
I
that.
think Malik Neighbors is going to be a stud. I think Brian Thomas Jr.
See, I think Malik Neighbors is going to be a stud down the line this
You
year.
think he has a good year?
Not this year. Yeah, I'm not.
Do you think he has 1,000 receiving yards?
No. Daniel Jones is his quarterback, dude. He's on the Giants.
Daniel Jones bottom 5 for you?
Nah, not bottom 5.
Next week, let's rank all 32 starting quarterbacks.
All right, I can work on that before next week. We're
Because
getting
fuck
off
top
track
10.
though.
Fuck
but,
top 10. Let's
but
use
fuck the Jaguars. Fuck them. I hate the Jaguars. Not actually. Trevor Lawrence is very talented, but he needs a receiver one, and until then, I'm not going to have faith in him. I think the Colts and the Texans are both better than them.
I think the Texans DTM'd.
Oh, and the Texans missing the playoffs. We got to get into this.
They DTM'd.
I don't think the Texans go to the Super Bowl. I don't think the Texans get 12 wins. There's no such thing as DTM in the NFL.
Yeah, there is.
There's no such thing.
DTM.
Name one example.
Madden franchise.
Madden franchise sucks balls. The Cowboys make the Super Bowl every year.
We them boys.
Exactly. When was the last time the Cowboys made it? Wait,
Bouncing
hang
off
on.
my booty cheeks. I love the way she rides.
I can hardly breathe when he's pumping deep inside.
DTM. I can't give you an example. There has to be something.
There's nothing.
But we talk about this.
But okay, I want you
we
to think
already
about this.
showed
Hang
Stephon
on.
Diggs. He's not going to come on this podcast. Diggs is a locker room
No,
cancer.
okay, no, I agree, but I want you to think about this.
So Stroud's going to be dropping back, right?
So do you
He's
genuinely?
going to see Nico Collins on a drag.
Do you
right?
genuinely
He's gonna
believe?
throw it, and Stephon Diggs be like, "Hey man, I was fucking open downfield." So CJ Stroud's gonna drop back. Oh, there's Tank Dell on a 10-yard out route. Stephon Diggs is one-on-one coverage. Oh, this guy's a stud.
You don't think Stephon Diggs catches a
All-pro.
one-on-one ball?
Throws it up. Then you got Kenny Moore. Boom.
Bro,
And Stephon
Kenny
Diggs, hey
Moore-
man, you threw that like
Kenny
shit,
Moore
bro.
is not mossing. Okay, first off, hang on.
Okay,
Are you-
that's
is the Madden franchise?
That was a division.
Is your
incline.
Madden franchise thing just like a joke? Or
Kinda.
what? Okay, because I was about to say, when was the last time the Cowboys made a playoff? Not in your life, or not the playoffs,
I hate
the Super
the
Bowl.
Cowboys.
But when was the
We
last time?
hate the Cowboys.
Have you ever
We
witnessed?
did not like the Cowboys at
Fuck the
this
Cowboys.
podcast.
I know, but have you ever seen the Cowboys win a Super Bowl in real life?
No.
Have you ever seen them make one?
Have you seen the Texans win a Super Bowl?
No, but ignore that right now. I'm talking about, have you seen the
No
Cowboys?
shit. We haven't
Okay,
been alive.
how many times have you seen it happen in Madden franchise?
True.
Okay, thank you. But first off, here's what I want to get into. I don't disagree about the Stephon Diggs thing. I think he is not
They
going
did
to
not
be.
need him.
I agree.
They did not need him. Nico Collins is the number one, and Tank Dell's the perfect slot guy.
I agree. But,
And that's what bugs me so much. I think Joe Mixon's DTMing too much.
bro, what? They got a better running back, and that's
Here's the
DTM?
thing. They lost Singletary.
Yeah.
Singletary left. So I get the Mixon signing. Why not draft Blake Corum in the second round?
Fuck Blake Corum. Joe Mixon has already proved himself in the
I
NFL.
love Joe Mixon. He went to OU.
Joe Mixon's a top 10 running back. Why not just get him if he wants to come?
Is he top 10?
I want to come. Okay, here's
Is he
my
top
thing.
10? I think he's top 10.
Top 10, easily. There's not that many, like,
He's not top
super
5.
talented. He's not top 5.
I could see if somebody was like he's 11, I'd understand it. But I probably have him
Yeah,
like
but
8 or
okay,
9.
here's my thing. CJ Stroud played almost perfect football last year with a team with a team that was expected to be one of the worst teams in the NFL. You give him a true wide receiver one. Okay.
If the
hang on, no, no, no.
Buccaneers coach does not sell, they don't make the playoffs.
Hang on,
Think
hang
about
on.
that.
Hang on.
We're
Whatever.
at that game.
Whatever.
We sold. Buccaneers don't sell. CJ Stroud's
If my
not
aunt
this
had
legend.
nuts, she'd be my uncle. Okay. Nico Collins and Tank Dell are not a wide receiver one on any other team in the NFL. CJ Stroud made them that.
Jaguars?
Yes or no?
You don't think Nico Collins is the wide receiver one on the
Okay, yeah,
Jaguars?
but fuck the Jaguars. I'm saying before
Giants, you don't think
before
Nico
last season.
Collins?
Before last season, CJ Stroud made them who they are. Yes or no? Yes or no? Did CJ Stroud make them who
That's
they
not
are?
fair to say.
Yes, it is.
No.
Yes, it is fair to say.
No, because there's
Is
other...
Rashee Rice on good on any other team last year? No, he's only good because he was on the Chiefs.
It's schemes though.
Tank
too.
Dell, if he goes to any other team, you
No.
wouldn't even know
Here's
his
the
name.
thing.
You wouldn't even
I'm
know his
more
name.
confident in Tank Dell as a slot guy and deep threat guy than Nico
But
Collins.
if Tank Dell got drafted to any other team last year other than like the Rams,
The
you
Chiefs?
wouldn't know his name.
No, he's black, so I want to work on the Rams.
Okay, perfect. Exactly. Okay, Stephon Diggs. He now has a true one and then 2 other receivers to throw to. And then
I don't think Diggs is the one on that team, though. And I think that's the problem. I think Nico Collins is the one.
You think Nico Collins is a better receiver than Stephon Diggs?
I don't.
So then why would Nico Collins be the one?
Schematically.
What?
CJ Stroud doesn't play like Josh Allen plays.
Okay, but guess what? Now, think about it. You have Nico Collins you can throw over the middle. You have Tank Dell in the slot. And now you have a receiver that you can throw go balls to.
Exactly.
So he can throw whatever ball he wants. He can throw deep. He can throw in the middle. He can throw short.
Hold on. You're right. It does give him more. But he's going to be throwing more go balls, more one-on-one balls, which will lead to more interceptions. You can admit, CJ Stroud was very good on not throwing interceptions last year. Throwing more one-on-one balls, no matter who the fuck is your receiver, unless if it's Megatron or Mike Evans. Or
Devontae Adams or Justin Jefferson or Stephon Diggs.
But no matter what, besides Megatron,
like one or two.
If you're throwing one more jump ball a game or 2 more jump balls a game, I think that gives you 25% more chance of interception.
Yeah, but it also gives you a 75% chance of getting down the field with that deep ball. And then
I also don't think Joe Mixon does much on this squad.
I'm just gonna speed past.
No,
that.
I think Joe Mixon will be good, but I think they're not gonna be prioritizing him.
I don't disagree, but he's gonna be a great running back. He's better than Devin Singletary, and Devin Singletary did great.
Sure.
But
no, you know what? I'm taking back the Joe Mixon take.
Okay,
Joe Mixon.
Fuck the offense. Fuck the offense. They had the defensive rookie of the year as a pass rusher. The rest of the defense played great. And then you signed Danielle Hunter.
You know who I really like?
Danielle Hunter.
Fuck Danielle Hunter. You know who I really like? Jalen Petrie.
I
really like Jalen Petrie.
Demon.
Devin Singletary.
Derek Stingley. Derek Stingley.
I really like
Demon. And then you add.
But they don't got linebackers.
But then you add Danielle Hunter to that pass rush.
Overrated.
He was on the Panthers, the team that you think is going to be good.
Danielle Hunter.
Oh no, he was on the Vikings and he was great. I got him confused. I'm a casual. I got him confused with Brian Burns.
Your favorite team.
I got him confused with Brian Burns for a second. I don't know why.
Brian Burns on the Giants.
Yeah, but hang on. Danielle Hunter, I believe, had like 12 sacks last year on a team that wasn't even good. So imagine a team.
But don't you think a team not being good helps sacks more?
No, because
you turn the ball over faster, you don't do as good as offense.
Well, I was actually going to say the opposite. I think your offense is on the field a little bit more when your team's bad because you're having slower drives. But honestly, your point might make more sense.
I think it makes more sense. I think Daniel Hunter is good, but he ain't like.
I cannot believe I just called Daniel Hunter Brian Burns. That's actually pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
I got too heated. I got in the heat of the moment. Whatever, you can win. Fuck off. Let's get back into the divisions. I think that was
honestly, if Baker doesn't hit that dance in the Texans-Bucks games, do the Bucks win?
No.
You don't think
it wasn't in the stars for the Bucks to win?
Here's the thing. How much aura?
It wasn't in the stars.
How much aura does that raise for Bucks?
For Baker, when Baker did the dance, he got like 1,000 aura, and then when they lost the game, he got like minus 2,000.
Yeah, like.
All right, so we did the AFC. We got the AFC out of the way. I got in the heat of the moment and accidentally called Daniel Hunter Brian Burns.
West?
So I literally instantly lost the debate once I did that. NFC West.
Sorry, yes.
NFC West. Niners win the division. I mean, do we really have to say anything else? Rams come in second. They're going to have a crazy year. I have the Seahawks coming in third. I think they barely are better than the Cardinals. I do have the Cardinals coming in last, but the Cardinals are going to shock you this year. Their defense just isn't going to be good enough.
I have the Cardinals third, Seahawks fourth.
Yeah, I originally had the Cardinals third, but then after going game by game, it kind of changed my opinion. My thing is, I think the Cardinals offense is going to surprise everybody. Kyler's going to ball the fuck out. Their defense is going to let up too many points.
People are fucking sleeping on our boy Kyler, dude.
I agree, but their defense is going to...
The fact that he's 79 normal dev on Madden is such bullshit.
Okay, well, Madden's just retarded. We can't base things off of Madden.
No, sorry, he's 79...
I think he's star.
Star?
But Baker's normal
Baker's 79 normal dev?
The Cardinals' offense is going to be great this year. Their defense is just going to allow too many points, and it's going to kind of mess up their record.
Parrish Collins, their left tackle, in like 2 years, he can be like a 90-something overall Madden.
Yeah.
Because like, he's getting...
So we pretty much agree on the West other than the last, but neither of them make the playoffs. That's not going to matter too much.
You got to save South for last.
Save South for last?
And so let's
Yeah, because that's going to start... So East...
Cowboys division.
Eagles win the division. Eagles are one of the better regular season teams in the NFL. I think they start off hot, finish a little bit slow. Cowboys come in second. If the Cowboys are going to make the playoffs every year, just get used to it.
I need to change my list.
You have something wrong about your list?
Yeah, I don't know why I wrote this. Keep going.
Okay. Cowboys come in second, and then the Commanders and Giants. I have them finishing with the same record, but I have the Commanders finishing in third, the Giants finishing in last place.
I Cowboys first. I don't think Cowboys get it. I agree with you. Eagles, Cowboys, commies. Giants.
So we have the same list there.
If commies go above Cowboys, I win.
Now we have the NFC North, where we're also about to argue. So NFC North, I have the Packers winning the division. The Packers are about to be one of the best teams in the NFL this year. I have the Lions coming in second place, getting a wild card spot in the playoffs. The Bears come in third, and unfortunately, the Vikings finish in last place.
Let me show you all the actual right list.
Oh my God.
The first ever quarterback to throw for 4,000 yards as a Bears quarterback, Caleb Williams.
So the Bears come in first.
Bears coming first. The only reason they have a super easy schedule. In their first 7 games,
You do realize I went through every single game for this.
and you saw this, they have a really easy first 7 games. I think they go like 5-2 to open up,
And then lose out.
and then they go like
I have them finishing 7-10. I don't think they're going to be bad.
really. I think they go like 10-7.
Okay.
But I
Just
think
just
they
go
start
through the rest of your
I think
division.
they start off 5-2, finish 5-5. But I haven't gone through the whole schedule. Then Packers second, making the playoffs. Lions missing out on the playoffs. The Lions are a trash, garbage franchise. Jared Goff made a Super Bowl. Everybody's like, oh, Jared Goff's the shit. The next year plays like shit. It's going to be the exact same situation, except he's older now. Go dress up as Willy Wonka and play with your kids. You suck. And then the last Vikings. Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if Sam Darnold cooks and Lions finish last.
Okay, so you're
In
telling
bold
me.
prediction, Sam Darnold cooks.
Hang
this
on.
year.
So you're acting like Jared Goff went like 5-12 the year after he made the Super Bowl.
I don't think he made the playoffs.
Okay,
They
but
traded
I mean,
him 1 year later.
Yeah, and
Lee wasn't that good. Obviously, they did trade him for Stafford, which is like makes sense.
yeah, exactly. I mean, if you got offered,
You just went like this with your mic.
yeah, because I'm like,
Stroking your mic like you're
Okay,
stroking Jared
first
Goff's
off,
cock.
first off, the Bears defense, like I just don't have any faith in their defense. They're not going to win the
Hold on.
division. The Bears are not better than the Packers. The Bears are not better than the Lions, and
I
the
think
Bears
it's
are
schedule.
barely
I
better
think
than the
it's schedule.
Vikings.
You have to think schedule base goes off of how good you were.
The Lions have
the
a better.
Lions have the 4th hardest.
The
schedule in
Lions have a
NFL.
better chance of beating a good team than the Bears have of beating a mid team.
That's so wrong.
Lions won 2 playoff games last year. They have already beaten good teams. They beat the Rams in the playoffs,
They got lucky.
and then they beat the Bucks in the
They got
playoffs.
lucky being the Bucks.
What about the first game?
If Jamel Dean, put some pine tar in your fucking gloves. We might have won that fucking game. Craig Reynolds, if he would have fucking tore
It was
his-
still an 8-point game at the end of the game, and Baker still threw a pick. So,
I know that's so.
guess what? The Lions still won the game. The Lions made the NFC Championship last year, and you have them missing the playoffs. I just don't get it.
Lions. It's like here's the thing.
So, do you think the Packers make the playoffs?
Yeah.
So, if you had to guess with the Lions, are you saying the Lions go like 8-9?
Oh fuck. Okay, here's what I'm saying. I think Bears, Packers, Rams, 49ers, Cowboys, Eagles, Bucks. That's my 7 playoff teams for the NFC.
So, you have the Bears winning the division?
I have the Bears winning the division. I think they lose first round.
My
Like that.
NFC,
Something
my
kinda like
my
that.
NFC playoffs is Packers Lions. This isn't in the seeded order, obviously. This is
Yeah.
just listing the teams. Packers Lions, Eagles Cowboys, Niners Rams, Falcons. Lions missing playoffs is crazy, dude. Like,
Dude, okay, but here's me. My whole life. There's been 4 poverty franchises. And I don't think until I'm 20 years old, any of these teams will win a Super Bowl. Sorry, 20. Not 20. I am 20. I'm 22. Till I'm like 40 years old, I'm like, man, they got it done. Browns are going to be poverty forever. Lions are going to be poverty forever. Jaguars are going to be poverty forever. And Texans are going to be poverty forever. They're finally, but you know what's crazy? I'm saying all that. They're all like, a lot of people put them, like those all teams are like a lot of
okay, the
people's top
Texans are the
10s.
newest team in the NFL, so it's really not fair to put them on that list.
Are they? Is
Texans are the newest team in the NFL.
it not the Seahawks?
Seahawks have been in the league for a while. They just switched conferences.
You're right.
But the Texans are the youngest team in the NFL.
True.
I don't know. I'll never get behind. I mean, Jared Goff played amazing football
I
last year.
think one of them
Amon-Ra St. Brown is
one of them will
probably
win it, but Browns and Lions, fuck Texans, fuck Jaguars, because I agree with you. Browns and Lions, I think, aren't winning a Super Bowl until I'm like 50 years old.
okay. So the Lions, Jared Goff played pretty damn good football last year. You have probably one of the better running back duo in the leagues, right? Would you agree?
They only have one receiver. They lost Craig
Jamison
Reynolds.
Williams.
They lost Craig,
Jamison Williams.
not
Wait,
Craig Reynolds.
wait.
Sorry.
did Jamison Williams die?
What's Reynolds' name?
Josh Reynolds. Wait, but
Josh
did Jamison Williams die?
Josh Reynolds.
Wait, did Sam Laporta
Hold on.
die? Wait, did
Hold
Sam
on.
Laporta die?
I'm not talking about Laporta. I'm talking about receivers.
But he's receiver.
Josh Reynolds was the wide receiver 2 on that team. Over Jameson Williams.
Josh Reynolds is ass. Jamison Williams missed
You want to
a
look
lot
at
of
the stats? Who had more
Yeah,
receiving
because
yards, who had
Jamison
more
Williams
catches?
had injuries
No,
and
it's because-
suspensions.
No,
Jamison
hold on.
Williams has suspensions and injuries.
Jared Goff played with Josh Reynolds on the Rams. They had a good connection. They played each other for years. That's why on third down, if you watch Lions games, which clearly you didn't, if you watch Lions games, on third down, he's not looking for Amon-Ra. Besides, I guess, the fucking Bucks.
Yeah, so they're going to be better
bullshit.
because he's going to stop looking at fucking Josh Reynolds.
Reynolds got multiple game third down catches. I'm not saying Josh Reynolds is off the team, so they're not making playoffs. That's
So
not
you're
my
telling
argument.
me you think it's a good thing that instead of looking at Amon-Ra St. Brown, a top 5 receiver in the league, he was looking at Josh Reynolds on third down? You're telling me that's a good thing?
True. I'm not disagreeing with you, but the one thing is, and I want to see what you think about this, is Amon-Ra better as a number 1, or is he better as a slot guy? What do you think?
You can be a slot guy and be number 1. Cooper Kupp.
True. That was a dumb question.
That was a pretty dumb question. It's
think
okay. I called Daniel Hunter Brian Burns, so now we're even.
But didn't say it, but I'm saying, do you think Amon-Ra would be better if they had like a...
No, he's a wide receiver 1.
Oh, he is a wide receiver.
He had 1,500 yards last year.
He's so good. Shout out Zach.
Top 5 receiver in the league.
Wait. Zach traded me like Amon-Ra St. Brown and Etienne for like Travis Kelce.
I do remember that.
That was a poverty trade.
Zach sucks at
And you
fantasy.
requested me that trade.
I was already like, it was so like.
Did you want Kelce that bad?
I remember he told me, he was like, I want Travis Kelce to get this one win so I don't lose the league. And then Travis Kelce ended up like doing shit anyway.
And I sent you Evan Ingram too. I was like, dude, this guy wants Evan Ingram. Which I think Evan Ingram's gonna have a decent year.
All right. We have the last division to
Yeah,
get
we gotta
into.
go- This is the most heated one.
I'll start off.
No, let me start. You start off, everyone.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Go ahead.
Going 11-6, maybe 12-5. The Buccaneers. They're gonna have a god tier year this year. They're gonna have a top 10 offense. And bold prediction, Bucky Irving's gonna have a beautiful year. Mike Evans is gonna get another 1,000-yard receptions, probably like around 15 touchdowns. Chris Godwin's gonna get
15
He had 13 last year.
Okay, you know what? Fine.
He has 2 more.
Yeah, continue. You're right.
That wasn't that hot, but
Continue.
I think Chris Godwin has a great year. Terry McMillan is gonna have a better year than Roman Duze as the wide receiver 3. Hold on. Number 2, I got the Panthers. Hold on, I did say all this before Jonathan Brooks got hurt. I'm a Bryce Young defender. Only Alabama quarterback to ever win Heisman. He honestly could have been a 2-time Heisman quarterback.
Oh my
Jonathan
God.
Brooks getting hurt does kind of like fuck me a little bit. So if they finish
No, and even if Jonathan Brooks is there, the fact that the Panthers aren't in last, like, oh my God.
all right,
Just
then I got the
continue, just continue.
Falcons. Falcons go like 8-9,
So you
7-10.
think the Falcons are going to have a worse record
Oh yeah.
than the Panthers?
Dude, honestly, the Panthers probably sleep the Falcons. Sleep the Falcons.
It's Saints finished last?
Honestly, Bryce Young. Did Kirk Cousins win a Heisman? There's 2 quarterbacks in that division that won a Heisman.
Bryce Young has won 2 NFL games. 2!
Wait, he only won 2 last year?
I think so, yeah. I think they went 2, maybe 3-14, but I think they beat the Texans and they beat the Falcons, and that was it.
Who did you say they beat?
The Falcons without Kirk
All right,
Cousins.
perfect.
Desmond Ridder
All right,
was
so-
their quarterback.
All right, so Maddox just proved my point, and then Saints last because Saints are washed.
Desmond Ridder.
I think Derek Carr is a bottom 5 quarterback.
The Falcons, or I'm sorry, the Bucks, this team that you're absolutely putting their dick and balls in your mouth, only beat the Falcons by 1 game in the division with Desmond Ridder and Taylor Heineke as their quarterback. And then they added Matt Judon, Kirk Cousins, and Justin Simmons, and you think the Bucks beat them in the division. And no, fuck the Bucks. You think the Panthers beat them in the division.
That might be wild.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
But I think the Bucks easily win the division. Not
Okay.
easily. I think the Bucks get 1 or 2 more wins.
I can respect that.
Because you have them having the same record.
I can respect that,
You have them having
but
the same record.
I can respect
But
that.
dude, I'm telling you, the Panthers are going to be decent.
Not better than the Falcons. Okay, let me get into my division. I think the Falcons and the Bucks finish with the same record, both at 10-7.
Wait, so why do you have the Falcons winning?
Because I think the Falcons get more division wins. I think the Bucks could slip up a win to the Saints. I think
you
the
don't
Bucks.
think the Falcons slip up and win to the Saints?
I could see the Bucks slipping up a win to the Panthers. Can't even lie. I'm sitting here
Hey,
hating on the Panthers.
I could too with my list. Who knows?
But I have the Bucks and the Falcons both going 10-7. I think the Falcons will get a couple more division wins. I could see the Saints sweeping the Bucks. I can't even lie.
Hey!
That actually scared me. You yelled so loud.
Watch your fucking
I have the
mouth.
Saints at 3rd.
We
going.
don't back talk. There's 2 rules on this podcast. We don't root for the Cowboys, and we don't back talk Baker Mayfield.
Back talk or
Baker,
shit talk.
Baker, King Baker.
I love Baker.
He's our king.
I love Baker. I have him going 10-7.
Is he your favorite quarterback
10
in
and
the
7
league?
is a great year.
Is he top 3?
Yeah.
He's 2 behind Kirk.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Probably the guy who paints his nails. You like him too?
No, fuck
He
Caleb
paints his
Williams.
nails.
Caleb Williams betrayed OU.
He did
Saints
betray OU.
Saints come in 3rd going 6-11, and the Panthers go 4-13 and get last in the division. Bryce Young is terrible. I promise you, Lennon, in 4 to 5 years, Bryce Young will not be a starter in the NFL.
You think Bryce Young goes down as like a Ryan Leaf type bust?
Yes.
That's insane. That's insane.
Even if I'm being a hater, right? Let's imagine Bryce Young.
You're saying you're being a way hater, and
I am
I'm also
being a
being
hater.
a way defender. So
No,
maybe
I'm
we're
being a
in the
hater.
middle.
I'm being a hater. Let's meet in the middle for right now, right? Let's imagine Bryce Young is
He's
just
a mid quarterback.
he's
mid.
Kirk Cousins, right?
No, that's not. Dude, I'm saying he misses the playoffs and goes like 8 and 9. You're saying he's gonna be we're saying this dude's gonna be fucking. He was the first overall pick. We're saying he's gonna be one of the biggest busts of all time.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say, even for my situation, let's say this year is a little rough and he ends up better down the line, right? He doesn't have a better receiving core than he does last year. I know you're super hype on the rookie they got, Xavier Legette. I know you're hype on him. Deontay Johnson.
He talks.
Deontay Johnson fucking sucks. Adam Thielen started off decent last year, and then everybody realized that he was the only one he could throw the ball to, and that he was old as shit, and they figured out how to guard him.
That'll help though that he's not the only one to throw to now.
No, because if you throw the ball to Deontay Johnson,
Jonathan Brooks.
if you throw the ball to Deontay Johnson, he's just gonna drop it.
But here's the thing. So at the end of the last season, right? Or like, so Texas, or yeah, what's his name? Bijan Robinson was a rookie last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
He took out his keys out of his pocket. He went, gotcha, little bro. Hand them to Jonathan Brooks. Took him.
Bro,
Jonathan Brooks.
Lennon, put Christian McCaffrey on that Panthers team. They don't win more than 7 games.
I think they won 7
Oh,
games.
wait. He was already on the
I
Panthers.
think he won 7 games.
Defense is terrible. Right?
I think they lost Jeremy Chin.
Lost Jeremy Chin. Who else did they lose? Brian
You know
Burns.
J.C. Horn's brother plays for Colorado?
I did not know that. But they lost Brian Burns
And
as well.
he's Joe Horn's son.
They lost Brian
Remember
Burns
the
as
dude
well.
who grabbed the phone at the goalpost for the Saints? and
Yeah,
did
I
the
do
phone
remember
call?
that.
That's his son.
That's pretty cool. But Panthers defense sucks. Lost Brian Burns. Lost Jeremy Chin.
Yeah, it does.
Defense sucks.
That does
Offense sucks.
Hold on, they had the best D tackle last year.
Their D tackle's good. What's his name? Something. Derek
Brown.
Brown.
Had the best D tackle.
No,
season
he was
last
great.
year. I
But
think he had like the most interior.
no, he had the most
Pressure.
TFLs. Most TFLs.
That's insane, huh?
No, he was great. But
He's kind of the most slept on guy in Madden, huh?
but here's the thing. That just means you're gonna struggle running the ball against the Panthers. Guess what? Throw a go.
Oh, hold on. Oh, yeah, you're good.
Guess what? Throw a go ball to any one of your receivers versus the Panthers. Touchdown. Name one corner
No.
for the Panthers.
J.C. Horn.
Mid.
J.C. Horn's not mid.
Mid.
Turn on film. J.C. Horn's really good.
Mid.
I don't think he's a top 20 corner. I think.
Yeah, so he's mid.
How's that mid?
Because that means there's 19 other teams with a better corner. How many teams are there in the NFL? 32. What's 32 divided by 16?
Yeah,
Or
maybe.
32. 32 divided by 16. What's 32 divided by 2? Mid.
16.
He's mid.
32 divided by 16 is 2.
32
know.
divided by 2 is 16. So he's on the below half of corner ones in
Here's
the
the
league.
thing, and we've talked about this off camera. I think them bringing in a bunch of slot guys. I don't think he's able to get plays as a slot guy. I think he is that go ball getter.
He's on the outside.
At South Carolina, he was really good at go balls.
But guess what?
You know who's a big defender? And you know who will slap you in the face for talking shit about Xavier Legette?
Who?
Debo. Stud.
Okay. Fuck Debo.
That's his he's
I mean, I love Debo. He is. I saw him on the receiver show sucking Xavier Legette's dick. But here's my thing.
but he
when-
also likes Brandon Ayuk's dick.
Well, I
I think Brandon Ayuk's one
Ayuk's
of the
great.
most over receivers in the league.
I think he's like top 10. I think he's better than Mike Evans, but
See,
we can
that's-
we can ignore that.
See, that's why I'm saying that's
Okay,
insane.
but let's ignore that for right
He's a
now.
wide receiver too.
Even if Xavier Legette's great, right?
then you have two slot guys.
But
and
no,
where Bryce Young's getting pressure because the O line
and he can't throw the ball.
Let's say the O line sucks, right?
So how's he to throw the ball?
He has two slot guys who can run option routes over and over.
Adam
What-
Thielen can't get any yards after contact. He's 40,000 years old.
Doesn't matter.
Deontay Johnson can't catch the ball.
Doesn't matter.
So you're just stuck throwing it, the go balls to Xavier Legette with a quarterback that has no arm strength?
You have both of those guys can get open against 75% of the NFL. Adam Thielen can get open.
Wait, are you talking about Deontay Johnson right now?
Deontay Johnson is a really good route runner.
Yeah, but guess what happens when he gets thrown the ball? He drops it. He drops it.
He probably has less drops than Mike Evans next season.
Yeah, Mike Evans fucking...
Yeah, he needs fucking pine tar on
Yeah,
his
Mike
shit, dude.
Evans needs super glue.
Mike Evans is my favorite receiver in the league.
I
love
can't lie,
Mike Evans.
Deontay Johnson is my least favorite receiver in the league.
I just don't like his blocking effort. That's what.
I don't like his effort on anything. I don't like how he can't catch a ball, yet he's in the NFL. I genuinely, even Xavier Legette is great on go balls. Bryce Young has no arm strength. He can't throw a fucking go ball. He's 5'2".
There's nothing. We're just gonna keep arguing about it, so we just have to let.
All right, okay, let's go. Let's say our way too early Super Bowl predictions, and let's give our award winners, and then we'll wrap it up. You want to do award winners first or Super Bowl prediction?
Let's do award winners first.
Okay.
MVP, I got Joe Burrow.
I respect that. MVP, it's not creative, but I had Patrick Mahomes. He has the most
Great
weapons we've seen him have in a while. Offensive Player of the Year?
I wrote Offensive Player of the Year twice is what's funny, and I did Defensive. Offensive Player of the Year, McCaffrey, probably. Or
I
Justin
have
Jefferson.
Puka Nacua. I think he has a Cooper Cup type season from those couple of years ago. I think Cooper Cup becomes a 2 this year.
The only reason I don't think that is because Cooper Cup's on the team. I don't hate that. I think Puka Nacua has a great year.
I think teams are going to focus more on Cooper Cup defensively, and
you
Puka.
think so? Over Puka?
Yeah, I think at the beginning, eventually they're going to learn. But I mean, even when Cooper Cup won the Triple Crown, teams knew they were going to throw the ball to him, but they still did it anyways because whatever they were doing was working.
The thing is, whoever Stafford's guy, that's who he's throwing.
And I think Puka becomes Stafford's guy.
Puka's in the outside.
Whoever is Stafford's guy is
Stafford
always
likes
like
to
top.
sling it,
Exactly.
and Puka is in the outside.
That's what I'm saying. And dude, Puka's hands are so good. He does not
Very
drop
so good.
balls. Defensive Player of the Year.
I think we have the same. I bet.
Who'd you put?
Max Crosby.
I should put T.J. Watt. I just went safe. I think
went
Max
safe
Crosby
too.
could win it. I just think I don't really know. I think Max Crosby could win it, but I think he has a similar year like last year where
He's
he's
close, but not there.
my thing is I think Max Crosby could have won it last year, but the voters don't care about run defense. Max Crosby was a better run defender than every single one of the players listed for Defensive
True.
Player of the Year, but they don't care. They just care about sacks.
Also deserved decoy last
Exactly. TJ Watt, like he's just a safe bet. I know it's lame. And then Offensive Rookie of the Year, I'm sure we have the same one.
Caleb.
Yeah, I put Caleb. Defensive Rookie of the Year, we could have a different one for this.
I think we're definitely different. Do you have the Vikings, homeboy?
Nope.
Who do you got?
I'm not biased. You got to keep that in mind.
I honestly think Vikings players are great.
Is that who you
pick.
put?
No, that's not how I put.
No, I didn't put Dallas Turner. I put Jared Verse.
Oh, for the Rams, he wins it every fucking time in Madden.
Well,
He
and I
takes
just
over-
think the Rams are great at drafting.
Who from
Or Latu wins it.
where did he go?
Colts. He went to UCLA. I think it's either Jared Verse or Latu. I put Jared Verse.
Who is number 55? Brandon Fisk. You know where he went?
Mm-mm.
Let me look it up. He was really good at Florida State.
He was
I
really
like
good.
his
He was
shot.
really good at Madden 24. Whenever I would implement draft classes. Where did Braden Fisk go? He might have went. Did he not go to the Bucs?
He went to the Rams. Too.
Damn, that's
oh my
crazy.
god!
But I think Jared Verse wins it. So who do you have winning defense rookie of the year?
I can't even concentrate. They got Brandon Fisk and Jared Verse.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh, here's Aaron Darnold. Let's just get two guys where they could both be half as good as him.
Yeah. And I mean that guy they drafted last year, Byron
I
Young.
think
And
he's a little overrated.
what was that D
Madden
tackle?
overrates him.
What was that D tackle they had? Was his name Kobe Turner?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
something like that.
He was good too. They're good at
Hire
drafting.
Chris Broswell.
All right, Glaze.
Here's the thing. It might not be. I like Dallas Turner as another pick. Also, I could see like a corner winning it too, like one of those random.
Yeah,
corners.
maybe like Nate Wiggins on the Ravens.
You know what?
Cooper DeJean.
Cooper Jean.
All right, and then comeback player of the year. I'm sure we have the same one.
Richardson.
I have Aaron Rodgers.
Oh yeah, duh. Sorry, Rogers. Yeah.
But
Either if
him,
if one of
Kirk, or AR. It's one of those three.
here's the thing.
Kirk is really good in the regular
Torn
season.
Achilles is way bigger than what AR had.
Yeah, exactly. He had like a
shoulder.
shoulder injury. So it's
So-
either Kirk or AR. Or
I think so,
Anthony
too.
Richards. Or fuck, Aaron Rodgers.
If AR has a great season, it's whoever has the best season.
But here's my thing is, Kirk Cousins in the regular season puts up numbers.
he
Like
does.
so does Aaron Rodgers. That's why I think Aaron Rodgers wins it.
I don't have comeback. I probably agree.
So you think it's
Bold-
Rodgers?
What's your boldest prediction? Like, name a player who's not that good who you think will go off.
Player who's not that good, who I think is going to go off.
I can say mine what you think.
Yeah, go ahead.
We talked about this. Jadavion Sanders is going to lead all rookies, tight ends, and receiving yards.
That's the tight end that went to the Panthers.
Panthers. He was a stud at I hate Texas. If they don't fucking put Tommy Trimble over him, which is so dumb. Tommy Trimble fucking sucks. But I think Jadavion Sanders is going to be a stud. But I'm a big Brock Bowers believer. So I wouldn't be shocked if Brock Bowers has a good year. But I think it's kind of like a Sam Laporta type of season with Jadavion Sanders. 3rd round pick for Laporta, 4th round pick for Sanders.
Sorry, there's somebody that I think is going to be good, but I forgot his name. I think Jalen Polk, that rookie that went to the Patriots. I
Number
don't think the
one?
Patriots are going to be good, but I think he's going to be pretty good.
I think Rizzo Douglas is like. I think they're building their core well.
I think Jalen Polk 3 years down the line is going to be a great receiver in the NFL. Once the Patriots kind of get going, because I think the Patriots have a shitty year this year.
Where did Jalen Polk go to college? Honestly, couldn't tell you where he went to college.
Washington.
No.
I'm trying to think of something more clever. I think Austin Eckler kind of revives his career, though.
I think Austin Eckler has a decent year.
I think he
I
was
think people
injured.
picked
He
him
was
up.
injured a little bit.
I think people who picked him up in the 8th round of fantasy, that's going to end up being a steal.
I did that. I don't think. Okay, revives
You know,
his
and
career.
he like the 3rd round. I was like, should I get Eckler? I was like,
Revives his
wait till,
career.
like, the 6th
Yeah,
round.
revives his career might be a stretch, but people kind of wrote him off. He was injured last year, and I know he kind of like lost some. He couldn't unhitch the trailer, if
And
you know what I'm
it's
saying.
going to be really nice with the rookie. Like, that's a good running back for a rookie quarterback.
Exactly, and they still have Brian Robinson. That's a great running back duo. Many men.
Wish death for me. I don't cry no more.
I cannot believe we just did that at the same time. Oh, speaking of many men,
Donald Trump?
no. You made me forget his name.
Who got shot?
Ricky Pearsall. He's gonna be good.
Many men.
So that's the end of the opening kickoff for week 1. Make sure you come back for week 2. We're going to be uploading episodes every Thursday at noon, giving our takes for every week, recapping the previous weeks. Thought maybe we were going to jump in and say something. So that's the end of the opening kickoff for week 1. Make sure you come back for week 2. We're going to be uploading episodes every Thursday at noon, giving our takes for every week, recapping the previous weeks. Thought maybe we were going to jump in and say something.
Yeah, yeet. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, guys, check it out. We're going to be wearing different jerseys every week.
Yep. Get the video to 100 views and 10 likes, and we will live stream, or not the game, obviously, but live stream our reactions to the Monday Night Football game, and you guys can tune in.
Take a shot for every viewer who joins the chat.
I don't know about all that.
Every different person who types in the chat.
All right, yeah, I can get down with that. But make sure you're here.
Take 20 shots.
If you enjoyed this first episode, make sure you subscribe and that you are here every Thursday at noon to watch your new favorite NFL show, The Opening Kickoff.
There's not many NFL podcasters, guys, and we're not, we're not old.
We're going to make it one day.
I'm not going to name a name for myself here, yeah.
I think that's it for the first episode. You ready to wrap it up? Deuces. Oh, yeah, also check out both their personal channels. They'll both be in the link in the description. Good Time Podcast, shout out Imagine, bam.